So, I just turned 40, and since I can't afford a sports car, I've decided that my midlife crisis will be making a video game. Do I know how to make a video game? Hell no, but I'm gonna learn how. Could I fail? Possibly, but I really don't give a shit about that. Anyone who is anyone is built upon a pile of failures. I'm an illustrator and graphic designer by trade, and of the things I post and share with the world, there are probably 10 to 20 failed versions that will never see the light of day and quietly mock me as untitled Photoshop files that I won't give a name and I won't delete either. I just stuffed them between my mattress like I did with the very creased adult magazine collection I had as a teenager. Speaking of my teenage years and the perfect segue, the game I'm creating is set during my formative high school years and is called Friday Night 1998. It is a retro-inspired point-and-click adventure game about a high school junior named Eric set over a single night, specifically Friday, October 23rd, 1998. Some of my favorite movies are coming-of-age movies and movies that take place over a single night, and my goal is to create what is essentially an indie movie you can play. The puzzles and minigames will be there, but the main focus is creating a narrative. Starting the game, you have 3 choices: go to the football game, see your old band play a gig, or the most 90s of activities, returning a video to the video store. During the quiet year of 2020, I leaned heavily into creating retro pixel art. I illustrated athletes and turned my favorite movies and shows into video game art pieces, but it was this simple pixel drawing that was the beginning of where I am today. This one is called Friday Night 1999, and it was my early attempt to capture a simple moment. Looking at it now, I see about 40 things I changed, but also I'm seeing how much my style and skill has grown. I then wanted to give my illustrations a little life, and I created this simple animation. And then I created a few more. The day after my 39th birthday, I had to put my best little buddy to sleep, and it'll always be one of the most devastating things I've done, but I learned to appreciate the pivot and perspective sadness can give you. So couple this with the now never-ending pressure of owning a home for the first time, and ultimately a desire to not let the person I want to be get buried by the minutiae of the real world, transforming me into a man of the suburbs who has no qualms about leaving his home in Crocs. I'm quite fortunate that some of my best friends in the world are dreamers and are out there creating and doing some really amazing things. It's been said that one of the keys to success is surrounding yourself with greatness, and I try to do that. I'm also very fortunate that my friends and family, especially my wife, are very supportive of my endeavors and push me to do more. I think one of my favorite things has been sharing my progress and interacting with people I might have lost touch with and talking about 90s memories and other stuff. Like most nostalgia, the rose-colored glasses are certainly there, and they're in my game, but this is not just going to be some circle-jerking nostalgia trip filled with member berries.
Remember Ghostbusters? Oh, I remember.
Sure, my game will have those, but the story of my game touches on some of the more troublesome aspects of that era, including some LGBTQ issues, questionable comedy choices, race relations, and a lot more, but ultimately, it's about a kid spending a Friday night on the town. As you can see, the main character is Latinx, which definitely plays into parts of the plot, and I made it that way because that's my perspective. I don't really have another one. The game is set in the town I grew up in, Midland, Texas. And if you need an idea of what type of town it is, they had a high school called Robert E. Lee that was given that name in 1961 for, let's just say some very racist reasons, most likely.
This school should never have been named after General Robert E. Lee in 1960 in the midst of the Civil Rights Movement.
So that's it. I'm making a game, and I'm creating this devlog to chart my progress and get back into video at the same time, a skill I kind of left behind, but I'm looking forward to getting back into. Also, because I have to market this motherfucker. So follow my devlog here for progress on my game, deep dives into the 90s, and possibly a train wreck of a man in way over his head. Probably mostly that last thing, though. You can also follow me on these other social accounts I'm forced to maintain if that sort of thing interests you. But until then, remember, be kind, rewind. See ya.